It's now time for part 3 of Spongebob. Now, I apologize for not making a video. I tried to make a video, but I lost track. So, I will talk about it right now. But I will talk about 3 episodes. Only 3 episodes. Shuffleboarding, uh, Best Day Ever, and last but not least, you guessed it. Or y'all didn't even know it, but whatever. Atlantis Square Campus. So let's start with shuffleboarding. Good grief. This episode is god awful. When Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy went to the hospital because of SpongeBob and Patrick torturing them, like a boomerang. Next thing you know, in a hospital, SpongeBob and Patrick just wanted to help Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy to win a shuffleboarding contest, so they wore some costume. So on their way to shuffleboarding, they just did some stupidest thing I ever saw. You know, like like when Patrick just doing like do some do some whatever. Next thing you know, they won. It's like how they won. I mean, it's like they just scrapped the shuffleboarding contest. It's like wow. Wow. Seriously, you just wow. After that, they just wanted to walk to do something. But until then, SpongeBob immediately stopping Patrick, and they need to return the costume. But Patrick and his dumb self just I don't know, just arresting the kids, put the kids to jail for loitering, which they were not. Oh my God. Next thing you know, the jail warden immediately came here eating a Krabby Patty, but next thing you know, he was full and threw a garbage. And here's SpongeBob's reaction. Ah! Wasting a Krabby Patty? How could you? And jail warden like, I'm full. And next thing you know, jail warden in jail. SpongeBob, hear me out, SpongeBob. Hear me out. Just hear me out. Let me ask you something. Why? Let me let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Why in the blue hell will you just throw a warden in jail just because he was threw a Krabby Patty in the garbage because he was full? I mean, remember the old episode of SpongeBob called Just One Bite when a guy immediately wanted to eat a Krabby Patty but he's full so he threw a garbage? Next thing you know, I didn't even see SpongeBob react. Next thing you know, Squidward, immediately wanted to eat a Krabby Patty, but he eat an entire garbage except the Krabby Patty. But this episode, when the Krabby Patty immediately went to the garbage, SpongeBob just immediately react. It's like, why? That makes no freaking sense. Wow. Just threw in the jail warden just because he threw a Krabby Patty in the garbage. He's freaking full, SpongeBob! What the fuck? Ah. Next thing you know, SpongeBob and Patrick immediately arresting people for no damn reason. For example, they were blowing a bubble gum too loud, shoes untied, too old, and something like that. It's like that's freaking ridiculous. Why in the hell you threw people in jail for no damn reason? I mean, so what the guy just blew a bubble gum too loud, or the guy's shoes untied, or the lady's too old. That don't mean you have to do a jail. They didn't even do anything. They didn't even break the law. They even they even stab people. They even kill people. They even assaulted people. They even do some criminal stuff. Wow. Next thing you know, in the next scene, Man Ray, Man Ray, immediately went to laundry, but next, and also, and he finally met his high school friend Mabel. Next thing you know, SpongeBob and Patrick went to the laundry, immediately attacking Manway Marvel. And next thing you know, when Manway trying to do the, I forgot what it's called, trying to spin his, took off his head and spin his head to SpongeBob. Next thing you know, SpongeBob opened up the dryer and immediately the head was in the dryer and it shrinks. And after Mabel and Man Ray in jail, the the jailhouse immediately blew up. But the good thing about that scene was the my leg gag. I enjoyed that my leg gag. I enjoyed it. But at the end, they brought back the costume back from Merman and Barnacle Boy. Next thing you know, there's an angry mob immediately chasing the real Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Okay, people, are you that stupid? Why in the hell were you chasing the real Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, which they were in the hospital? You should have been chasing SpongeBob and Patrick, not freaking Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. That's so stupid. The freak. Like I said, this episode is god awful. It sucks. Alright, next episode. What's the next episode again? You know what? Forget the three of them. I'm gonna talk about more. Next episode was one meal course, one course meal. This episode was about plankton. I mean, this episode about Mr. Crab immediately found out that that plankton was afraid of whales. And here's the worst part of that. You know, when immediately Pearl was immediately stalking Plankton, and Plankton is acting like he was committing suicide, afraid of whales. But next thing you know, whale, next thing you know, Pearl, next thing you know, it was Mr. Krabs in the Pearl's costume. It's like, why do you do that to your arch nemesis? That's not cool. That's not right. Come on. That's the reason why I do not like Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs is number one of the worst character of this show. SpongeBob is number two, and Patrick is number three. But this episode was is freaking terrible. I mean, Mr. Krabs trying to be acting like he was some kind of villain and whatnot. That's just not. That's not. That's not good. I mean, come on. Why would you do that to your arch nemesis? All right, the next episode is Plankton's regular when Plankton has a customer who loves Chum, and personally, Mr. Krabs immediately wanted to attract that customer, uh, the Krabby Patty and whatnot. Sorry, that's the reason why I didn't make SpongeBob Part 3. I was off track. I forgot anything, but yet I would like to say, I mean, can you just give it up already? Just let Plankton have his own customer. I mean, come on, just leave that customer alone. And also, Mr. Krabs trying to get a Plankton's secret recipe of his chunk. Yes, he got caught. But at the end, uh, the customer has been uh, immediately have his stomach pumped twice, and I was lost. I'm really sorry I was off track. But hey, whatever. But at the end, when Plankton was crying, Mr. Krabs immediately enjoyed it. Oh my god, Mr. Krabs, what the hell? You trying to do that to your former best friend and arch enemy? That is very rude. What the fuck? All I can say is, it sucks. And finally, y'all people guessed it. The episode we'll be talking about is none other than Atlantis Scorpiantis. Yep, that episode, which is a special. The one thing that really ticks me off about this episode was it's a freaking musical. And of course, it's kind of like a ripoff. This episode is kind of a ripoff of the movie, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. These two movies. Where do I begin? Next thing, in the beginning, Patchy was in the stopping for the stoplight. Next thing you know, the man, which is Paul Tibbet, was honking at him. And next thing you know, Patchy was lost and seeing that Archie Encino, whatever, was lost, was gone. And and now immediately and now the show begins. Um, uh um in the beginning, SpongeBob and Patrick trying to take a picture of the bubble, but next thing you know, it pops and it fails to take a picture. And of course, after SpongeBob singing the bubble song, he blew a big bubble and caused them to get on it until the bubble popped by the pieces of that Atlantis coin thingy, you know, and they're trying to show it to their friends. And next thing you know, that pieces uh, was a missing piece of the Atlantis one. And of course, and you know what? Forget the forget what I just said. Y'all know the deal. That episode got to be one of the worst SpongeBob specials and one of the worst SpongeBob episodes. Period. I mean the. I mean. I mean seriously though. Like one part when they were singing in the bus, because the buses immediately move on by singing. Plankton out of no, and of course Plankton out of nowhere was in it. It's like, where did Plankton come from? I mean, seriously, did he get on a bus during the gas or been here? I mean, come on. And of course, and of course, that ugly ass your loyal whatever the fuck his name is. I don't give a fuck about his name. And of course, it's voiced by none other than David Bowie. Another great celebrity had been tarnished by that damn ass show. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I really, really apologize for getting off track from the episode. I'm really, I'm really apologize for being off track. I mean, I kind of lost a little bit. I kept forgetting, but you know the deal. So this is part 3 rant of SpongeBob. I'm Riley D. Peace.